Hi guys, in this video we're going to be talking about the top 5 losers of Season 4. Now in the last video we talked about top 5 winners of Season 4. Now when I say loser, I mean a character that would generally be accepted to be nerfed overall, and is a character that wouldn't be justified in having nerfs, like just like characters like Julia, Fuckman, Leroy and those kind of characters that, you know, they got nerfed but it was justified, right? Like they deserved it because they're really strong. So these are the 5 characters I feel like that don't really deserve the nerfs, and they're kind of unjustified. And of course there are some characters that got a little bit of buffs, the weak characters that got tiny changes but didn't go up too much, so characters like Eddie, Lily and so on. But on paper they are buffed in overall, so these 5 are absolutely nerfed, like overall, like definitely nerfed overall. So if you disagree with me, you know, talk about it in the section, tell me which character you think is worse off than these, and let's have a conversation about it. So here's the 5. So with Jin, the nerfs he got, they're not, I mean, a lot of Jin players seems to be like kind of over exaggerating the nerfs, but yeah, like he is one of the characters in the season that did get nerfed overall, that I feel. So let's talk about his 1-2-4. So his 1-2-4 does 4 less damage on the last hit. Now this is kind of rough because on his side wall combos he gets a lot of 1-2-4s. So, you know, 1-2-4, it'll splat against onto the wall, it'll splat again on the side, splat again, so you get 1-2-4 once again. So his combo damage in those situations is nerfed quite a bit, I think. So now this is a big one, and I kind of agree, this kind of sucks. It was really stupid, but it was kind of deserved, I think. So his Magic 4 instantly screws on the counter hit now. So he gets like a weaker combo, because before he could tailspin, but nowadays it's an instant screw. So it's a harsh nerf, but in my opinion it's justified because it is a really silly move. Now down 4 lost 2 damage, so it lost 2 points of damage. Now this low is pretty good because the high crush and the speed of it as well. 16 frames pretty fast for a low and the high crush, but losing damage on your main pokes is always going to be bad. Like no matter what character you are, losing that kind of damage on your pokes is going to be rough. So yeah, this is a good bad nerf as well. Now 4-4-4 is now 0 on block. It used to be +4, but now it's 0. So this kind of hurts his pressure quite a bit, because before, you know, if they were mashing you could do down for 1 check, but now you have to respect their, while standing 4, you have to respect their 12 frame, 13 frame and so on, right? So yeah, this is a nerf as well. So yeah, I say Jin is definitely a bit nerfed overall. Like the rest of his changes are like kind of whatever, and the new move is pretty much seems to be only useful as a wall ender. So yeah, I say Jin did get hit a little bit in this season. I mean, he's still strong, he's still like well above mid tier, I think, but you can't really be choosy in this season on who gets nerfed, right? A lot of characters get buffed, so yeah, Jin's definitely one of the losers. Poor Kazumi definitely can't just escape nerfs in each season. She always gets hit each season, and this season is no different. So what happened to her was, in terms of nerfs, is the main one is Damage 4 doesn't give the stun on counter hit, you know, like she gets a lot of plus frames on counter hit, but nowadays that she doesn't. So first time around she got knocked down into free down 2. Second time around, you know, she got stunned for a lot of frame advantage, but now it's the same as normal hit, which is pretty shitty, I won't lie. Another thing that she got was her Magic 4 does 3 less damage, so her combos are going to be a bit weaker from Magic 4, simply because this is less damage. What else happened to her? Her Damage 3 lost 2 points of damage, which kind of sucks because this was a faster low than Damage 4, so it's useful in those situations, but it does less damage now, so it's rough. It's rough. Kind of a nerf. I mean, it's not really a nerf, but it just makes everything really awkward. She can't do dash jabs anymore because of her new move, which is running 1. So it's actually very difficult for her to do run up jabs. Now maybe this can be changed to running 1+2 instead, but the way it is now, it's really hard for her to do dash jabs. Now another nerf was Damage 1+2. This used to knock down for free down 2 and Tiger, but now it just does this on normal hit, which is a massive nerf. It's actually, I actually didn't know this until now. It's actually a massive nerf. Another thing that kind of nerfed to her is her 4-3+4. Her 3+4 in the fly stance does like 1 less point of damage. So it's a really small nerf, but it is a nerf regardless. So yeah, she got some buffs. I mean, they're not amazing. I think her Hunting Hawk is a bit more viable now, but it's still very slow. And her Running 2 does 1 point more damage. And she got some buffs to her flying stuff, but like it doesn't make up for nerfing her strong tools, like her Damage 1+2, her Damage 4 counter hit, especially her Magic 4 damage, the Fly 3+4 damage. Yeah, this character got hit quite a bit, and she's definitely one of the losers of Season 4 in my opinion. So Shaheen is another character that I consider a loser in this season because he wasn't really like top tier, and he still got nerfed overall compared to characters who got nerfed and got away with murder, and they're still top tier of course. So I think Shaheen didn't really deserve the nerfs he got. So let's talk about his nerfs. His main nerfs were nerfs to his combo damage. So he does less damage now. Now consider the fact that there is a wall scaling nerf already, and on top of that his wall damage is also nerfed. So the character that hurts him way less. So for example, I think something like this would be his staple, for example. So something like this perhaps. Now what got nerfed was Standing 3, went from 20 damage to 18 damage. The Stealth Step 2 does less damage as well, from 21 to 17, which is quite big. And his While Standing 3 does less damage as well by 2 points of damage. So overall, these are all like moves that he would use in his combos, and they all got nerfed in terms of damage. So this character just hits less, I guess, which I don't think was really justified. I don't think he was that kind of seen before. Another reason why I think is because his back two maybe is one of the worst moves at it. One of the worst new moves at it, that is. Because it doesn't track. It only does something on counter hit. And it doesn't have that much range. Now if you compare his Damper 2, now see, back 2 is -9 on block with no tracking. Damper 2 is -7 on block with a little bit of tracking, more tracking anyway. So why would you use this over Damper 2, you know? Damper 2 is literally better in every way, I think. So yeah, I think Shaheen is definitely nerfed overall, and I consider him a loser because I don't feel like he deserved it. So yeah, he's one of them for sure.
I'll fit on you nice and slow later.
Eliza is a bit of a tricky one because she got nearly all buffs, but she got one nerf that was like really harsh, and the one nerf is her Dem 1. So her Dem 1 on counter hit is now the same as it is on normal hit. Now what this means is she doesn't have Dick Jab into EX Fireball anymore, which would be a 10 frame counter hit launcher and a mix up on block. But nowadays, you know, because of Dem 1's being normal hit now, same properties as counter hit and normal hit nowadays, so she doesn't get stuff like this anymore. Or Dick Jab into dive kick on counter hit would be a combo in most situations, but she doesn't get this anymore. So yeah, this was a huge nerf. I think justified, but it was a nerf, right? But she got nice changes. Like this is now plus on hit. It's safer as well. She got EXDP. Now this is like double-edged because it doesn't wall split anymore, which is definitely a nerf. But it builds some meter back on hit. It builds a fifth of the bar back on hit. So it's like in between, right? So I would say yeah, she got hit. But I don't know if she's overall nerfed, but I think she would be. And her Den 3 has less crushing on hit now. So this used to crush a lot of moves, but it still crushes most of these moves as it did before, but it is definitely less than it was before. So yeah, and they made Moonglide 1-2 hit confirmable, which is nice. They made what else did they do? They made the string cannot be interrupted anymore, but it does less damage now. So it's kind of rough because she would use this in some wall enders, or she would use this in neutral. So yeah, I would say she's nerfed overall, not by much, but she is, and she is definitely a loser of Season 4. Okay, Dragunov is a bit of a weird choice because this nerf wasn't actually listed in the balance changes, and it's huge, like it's character defining nerf. What it is his Running 2 got a big tracking nerf apparently, and this wasn't listed, and it's something they should have listed because it's really important. Like I mean, he's Running 2 the character, and they touched it, so at least say something about it. So what happened was look how late I can step it. I stepped as late as I can, and I can still step it. This moves tracking nerf got neutered in my opinion. Like before, this will track, right? But I'm at -8 and I can still step it point blank. So yeah, that move got butchered. And I think what they were trying to do is use this new homing move. Okay, they're saying like, okay, you need to use this homing move as a replacement for instant running too up close to track people. Well, I mean, it's really slow, right? It's 22 frames startup, like it's very easy to sidestep and block it. And he loses turn and block as well. So yeah, this is pretty yikes. I actually feel kind of bad for Dragon players. This is pretty yikes. Another nerf was Wasani 1-3 isn't it launch punishable? And because Wasani 1 it doesn't have that much range, it can whiff on some lows on block. So you have to be, this time around you have to be really confident that this is going to get hit. This is going to connect with the opponents. Otherwise you're going to get launched, right? So that's another nerf for him. Another nerf is 4-4, so he'll do less damage in carries and in wall break combos or floor break combos. And his new home move, like I showed earlier, is pretty shit. So yeah, this character's definitely a loser just because they didn't list a running to nerf from him. So yeah, sorry Dragon players, your character kind of got fucked.